Hey, welcome to a new lesson. Now it's time to create the third scene of the animation. So far we have created this part. So when he gets here, now he comes from the right to the left, sweeping with the broom. And you can see that when he gets here, he actually cleans some leaves on the floor. So we need to create this movement. The walking cycle, we're going to take the same walking cycle as the first scene, but we need to create this new movement with the broom, which is kind of easy to create and gives a nice touch. So let's begin. First, let's grab our robot broom and bring it here, and let's make sure that he's right on the place. Okay, right here is fine. Let's cut this layer here, make sure that it begins right when the other one ends. Okay, now I'm going to create the animation for the position right now. So I'm going to open the position here for the robot broom, and I'm going to click here to create a keyframe. And now, if on the other scenes we took 3 seconds to get from this point to this point, then to go across the room, because in this lesson, in this scene, he won't stop anywhere on the room. He will just go, as you can see here, he will just go from the right to the left without stopping. So we need him to take at least 5 seconds. So let's see how it looks. Let's move 5 seconds from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds, and create a keyframe here. So on this last keyframe, he will move out of the scene to the left, and on the first keyframe, he will be right here on the right. So he will move like this. Maybe we can get it to 6 seconds. Okay, yeah, that's fine. 6 seconds then. Now, let's open then our robot broom. You can close the robot dust cleaner now. And you can see that I have already rigged everything. And let's see. This broom is in a different layer. And this broom is attached to the right hand. So if I move this right hand, let me take the right hand. If I move this hand, you can see that the broom will move too. So all we need to do now is to create the walking cycle. But we don't need to create it from start. We just need to open the position for the right and the left foot. And now let's open our water can robot, because this water can robot composition already have the walking cycle. So all we need to do is to copy these keyframes for the left foot, Ctrl C, and go to the broom robot and make sure that you're placing it on the right foot, left foot. This is the left foot. Now on the left foot on the broom, just press Ctrl and B, and we have the same cycle. Of course, you can see this mess, so that means that we need to change this to not clockwise. Perfect. So you see, without having to create again the walking cycle, all we needed to do is to copy the keyframes, and that's it. Alright, now we can close this, and we're going to this point, the final point, 6 seconds later, and here on the broom composition we're going to create a marker so that we can see where he should stop walking. And the fact is that as he walks out of the room, it doesn't matter if it doesn't stop walking, because all we need to do is for him to walk enough time so that he can leave the room through the left. So we are going to take this, we're going to copy the first 4 frames here, and we're going to place them here because this is where it ends. I'm going to place them here. I'm going to take from this keyframe, from the 4th keyframe, and we have our natural walking cycle. We can paste it again here. Now again from the 4th keyframe, just place, copy them and paste them. So we should have a walking cycle without any interruption. Perfect. So now he will walk into the room and go out. Now I think that maybe 6 seconds is too short of a time to appreciate the movement, so I'm going to make this even longer. I'm going to make this 10 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that should make 10 seconds. And now we have to duplicate this to almost 10 seconds. Let's create a marker, and we just have to duplicate everything from the 4th keyframe up. And the same applies here. From the 4th, 1, 2, 3, 4. Copy and paste. Now this will take longer, but we will be able to appreciate more all the movement of the robot. Okay, that's cool. Now we have to create the movement for the body. So again, we can open the water can and we can just copy this position, copy these keyframes, and go back to our broom robot, open the body position and paste it here. And then again paste, again, and one more time. So now the movement should be better even yet. Okay, we're done with the walking cycle. Now it's time to move the arms with the broom. Now, right now the hands are like this, so I'm going to create a keyframe here for the position, and then I'm going to move 20 frames so that the sweeping is slower, and I'm going to change the position of the hands. For example, this right hand, I'm going to move it a little to the right, so it will go like this. And I'm going to change the rotation as well of this hand. I'm going to change the rotation here to the left so that the broom goes like this. Now, I'm thinking that 20 frames seems like too much time, so I'm going to move this to 10 frames so the movement will be, yeah, this is better now. Okay, so the broom goes like this, and on this point the left hand, we have to move the left hand so that it doesn't drop the broom, like this. Now 10 frames later, we're going to move again these hands. First the right hand will move to the left, and the rotation will move to the right so that the broom goes up a little bit. And for the left hand, we're going to move it all the way here. Maybe we can move it a little bit less so that this hand doesn't look weird. Now let's create a keyframe for the rotation of the left hand also here, and when we get here, we change the rotation to the right, and that way we won't have any spaces between the parts. Change a little bit the position. So let's see how it looks. Okay, now all we need to change is here on this point. I'm going to make this rotation a little more prominent, like this, so the left hand would have to go a little farther to the right, because I want a fine movement. So this is much better now. Now take all these keyframes and turn them into easy ease, and now it's time to duplicate them. So we are here, and we're going to duplicate from this point and we're going to duplicate a lot of times. Grab all of them, copy. You can select them all again and copy them until you reach the final part, which is on this marker here. And the same goes for this left hand. Copy this. Just make sure that everything, all these keyframes are aligned. Paste them here, and finally one more time. Now we have this movement. So it looks like he's really sweeping the room. Let's see how it looks. Okay, this looks very nice. Okay, so you can see that he gets through all the room, but when he gets here, right when the leaves are, he should do something. I mean, the leaves should do something. When he swipes them, they should fly or something. So we're going to change the position for these leaves. You can see on the main comp, the background composition, we have 4 layers, which are these leaves. So right when he starts brooming the leaves, which is around this part, we should start creating some keyframes for the position of all of these leaves. So the first one that he touches is leaf 2, which is this one here. So we have the position here, and we should move up, let me see, maybe 10 frames or 5 frames maybe, and change the position to the top, like that. Let's see how it looks. Too fast, so we will move this to 10 frames. And he should have some kind of drop or something. He should get here and fall a little bit. So we will create a keyframe here and then move this part of the motion path here, which is the third keyframe. So the movement should be like this. So this is way better now. Okay, now let's repeat the same for all of them. When he gets here, he should move all the remaining leaves. So right here, create a keyframe for the other leaves, which are 1, 3, and 4. Create a keyframe for them, then move 5 frames, and we're going to change the position for all of them. So for example, this leaf 1 could go all the way here, like this, very simple. Leaf 3 can go a little higher, and leaf 4 could go a little lower. So in the end, it will look like this. He comes here and starts sweeping all the leaves. Okay, this is nice. So let's see how this whole scene looks. Let's hit play. He enters the room, sweeping with the broom, and he sweeps away all the leaves. So this is a really nice scene. So we're down to the final scene, which is the vacuum cleaner scene. So let's go.